As Toastmasters, we don't talk about sex, religion, and politics. So please refrain to discuss the topic. Please put yourself on mute if you're not speaking. Please turn off your video if you're stepping out of the meeting. As everybody in their life has mission to achieve their goals, likewise, our Toastmaster Club has a mission. And the mission is Toastmaster Club is there to provide a supportive and positive learning experience where members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. To address the further proceedings of the meeting, in Toastmasters, we have a ritual or a protocol to invite the presiding officer to the meeting. Let me introduce our presiding officer for today's meeting. He is someone who is a man of few words, a banker by profession, but a gymnast, a yoga enthusiast, trekker, a deep understanding and love for astrophysics. And with great happiness and pride, I would love to invite our presiding officer for today's meeting, Toastmaster Anil Gangawat. Toastmaster Anil Gangawat, the stage is all yours.
Thank you very much. First of all, thanks for the wonderful introduction, and thanks everyone for being here in the Sunday morning. Thank you very much. Special welcome to all the people from across clubs. Special thanks to I think it would be a treat to see here to Toastmaster Sunil. Thank you very much, Sunil, for joining the meeting. Do we have any guests? I cannot see, I think.
We have Jyoti.
Yes, we have Jyoti.
We do not have. Mr. Toastmaster Jyoti is from Borivali Club, right?
No.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yes. Toastmaster Jyoti? Jyoti Pillai? Are you able to hear me?
I think
She got disconnected.
Got dropped. Okay, fine. Fair enough. So I think the introduction actually has mesmerized me. I was actually contemplating whether I'm actually doing all those things, or maybe perhaps what is the next thing which I can be doing. Maybe perhaps I'm a confused man with doing too many things without any focus. Any which ways. To take it forward, we have got the Toastmaster of the day who's been with the club for, I think, almost 2 years now, Sunita. I think around 2 years. She has been playing wonderful roles. She has been stretching out of the club, I think, reaching out to some other club members, filling all the roles. So I would like to invite the Toastmaster of the day without any delay, as I've been told that I'm a man of few words, so I cannot exceed those few words. So let me invite Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Sunita Kava. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anil. Yes, these 6 months does look like 2 years for sure. Anyways, so let's begin with the meeting. Thank you for the introduction and welcome you all. So the best part of being a Toastmaster or Toastmaster Club is that we get our own spaces. Be it for 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 7 minutes, whatever it is. But it is our own. I remember a very famous Bollywood dialogue from the movie Chak De. 70 मिनट है तुम्हारे पास और ये 70 मिनट तुमसे कोई नहीं छीन सकता. Exactly that resonates to what we have here in Toastmaster. The specific time allocated to us is our own. And no one can take that away from us. We can either make an impact, influence others, inspire others, learn from it, or do anything about it. So today, let's own our respective spaces, give the best of us, and take the most out of it. I once again welcome you all to the 85th meeting of Mumbai Communicators Toastmaster Club. Before I begin the meeting, for the benefit of newbies and for for the newcomers, I would just explain the structure of the meeting. A Toastmaster meeting is generally divided into 3 sections. The first one is prepared speeches, where speakers will be giving their prepared speeches as per the pathways that they have adopted. Second will be table topic rounds, which is also known as impromptu speech sections, where speakers can practice thinking and speaking on their feet. Guests will be welcomed to participate in this round. And third is the evaluation round, in which all the prepared speeches as well as other aspects of the meeting will be evaluated by our general evaluator and his team. So without further ado, let's begin the meeting. And I would like to call upon Toastmaster Shirley to explain her role as timer today.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sunita. Okay. So time is an important element of human life. It's so important that we're willing to handcuff our wrist with devices that tell time, measure our success in vital events at work, and play on the basis of time, and have an entire person in Toastmasters committed to just watching time. Today, I am that person. As the timer today, my role is to alert the speakers of the time intervals while they are speaking using colored flashcards. For the prepared speech section, the time allotted is 5 to 7 minutes. At 5 minutes, I will flash the green card. At 6 minutes, I will show yellow. And at 7 minutes, I will show a red card. For table topic session, the signal time allotted is 1 to 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I will flash green card. At 1 minute 30 seconds, I will flash yellow. And at 2 minutes, I will show red card. And for speech evaluation, the time limit is 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, I will flash green card. At 2 minutes 30 seconds, I will show yellow, and at 3 minutes, I'll show red card. There is a grace period of 30 seconds after the red card is flashed each time to wrap up your speech. I will come back with my report in the last session when called upon by General Evaluator. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shirley. I would now like to call upon our next role player, Toastmaster Kalyani, to please share her role as our counter today.
Am I audible and visible?
Yes.
Yes. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sunita. A very good morning to everyone present in the room. My name is Kalyani, and I am the hour counter for today's meeting. As an hour counter, my responsibility is to listen attentively to each speaker and make a note of following used by the speaker. Correct words such as filler words such as like, but, so, and filler phrases such as you know and so, and lastly, extremely long pauses. When called upon by General Evaluator, my report will give an account of these speaking errors. Over to you, Toastmaster Sunita.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kalyani. The third in our role players list, I would like to now call upon Toastmaster Anil to please share his role as grammarian and also share the word of the day.
Yeah, thank you very much. So, fellow Toastmasters and guests, as grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay close attention to all speakers, listening carefully to the language usage. I'll take a note of any improper language as well as any outstanding words, quotes, sayings, or thoughts. As a grammarian, it is also my duty to introduce the word of the day. For today's meeting, the word of the day is kinch. Kinch means extremely easy. For example, yard by yard, it is hard, but by inch, anything is clinch. I'll post it in the chat for everyone's reference. I will give my Grammarian's report when called upon during the meeting, and also report the usage of the word of the day. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anil. Thank you, all the role players, for utilizing your spaces in helping others become better version of themselves. Fellow Toastmasters, we all want to take control of our lives and be unapologetically ourselves. But what comes our way is fear. So the first step in owning our space, is to face the fear. Before that, let me ask you, what is that one thing that fears you the most? Like anyone? What is that one thing that fears you the most? Anyone wants to add to this? If that one thing which fears you the most.
Yeah, okay, this is Smita.
Yeah,
There's a lot of things, there are a lot of things that I fear in life. But right now, the fear is losing my internet connection. It'll just leave me isolated from the rest of the world. So I'm going to fear that the most right now.
That is the most important fear in today's digital world, I feel, especially during our important meetings. Anyone else?
I am scared of nothing, I feel, but only lizards. Like that's something really I'm afraid of that a lot. Like the main problem is that it doesn't start when it appears, like that lizard is present. The actual problem starts when it disappears. Then you're like, oh, where did it go?
Oh, such a real fear. That's real fear. True.
My biggest fear is being understood.
Being understood. Amazing. What good replies I'm getting. Such unique replies I'm getting. The fear of being understood. So this is the first step. Like before even facing the fear, we should be aware of our fear itself. Be it fear of uncertainty, be it fear of heights, be it fear of public speaking, whatever it is, we should be aware of our fear. Because feeling fear is human, but it's crucial that we learn to walk right into the face of fear. Because some of the greatest moments are likely to be waiting to happen just on the other side of it. So with this thought, let's begin with our first round of prepared speeches. And let's give the spaces to them to be themselves. So for that, I would like to call upon the evaluator of our first speaker, Toastmaster Smita, to share the speech objectives of Toastmaster Ashwini.
Thank you, Tiamuri Sunita. Good morning once again, everyone. Today, Toastmaster Ashmi is attempting a level 1 project, writing a speech with purpose. The purpose of this project is to learn or review basic methods for writing a speech with a defined purpose and to present a well-organized speech on any topic. Timer, please note the speech length is between 5 to 7 minutes. Back to you, TM Modi.
Thank you, Toastmaster Smita. Toastmaster Ashwini, you want to check your audio video?
Yes, I want.
Okay. You're fine. So, you okay to go? Okay.
Yes.
Toastmaster Ashwini, self-care is not being selfish. Self-care is not being selfish, Toastmaster Ashwini.
It was December 2009. I was sitting beside my dad, holding his hand and assuring him that he would be fine soon. We both looked into each other's eyes, and I could see despair. He knew he would leave us soon. He was suffering from stage 3 colon cancer. Life flashed in front of my eyes. Those moments that I've spent being his princess. That day of December 2009, my father took a promise from me and said, "Darling, all along you've spent your precious time with us, taking care of me and your mom. Now it's time for you to be proud parents. While I'm alive, I want to play with that grandchild." He knew that there was little time left for him. Dad had even imagined a grandchild growing in front of him and going to school. In December 2010, my whole world changed as I became one of me to us. That because my bundle of joy had arrived. I was happy because my father could see his grandchild growing in front of his eyes. Another reason was I was happy that I was enjoying my motherhood at its best. But within few months, my happiness was replaced by insecurity, by depression, by guilt, the shame, the conflict of heart with the mind. I was not able to enjoy my motherhood. One day, while I was changing my son's diaper, at night, my son was looking at me. I was playing with him. He was smiling at me. And I just started crying. I was thinking, "Ashwini, what happened to you? Your son is healthy. You're healthy." And I was feeling that I was at such a dark place. I couldn't see anything in front of me. That point in time, my father's word came to my rescue. He said, just leaving all of us. He said to, "My darling Ashwini, life is not easy. Take care of yourself. Loving yourself is not being selfish." And I realized that day that I was not taking good care of myself. And that led to depression. My skin started becoming dry and I started putting on a lot of weight and stuff like that. I resolved that moment over the floor that I'm going to fight against it. The next day, I thought of going to jog. I tied my shoelace and handed over my 6 months baby to my husband. And the moment I want to step out of my house, I had an overwhelming feeling which started drowning me. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, amidst the beauty of wonderful motherhood journey, there lies a shadow. And that shadow creeps into our mothers, casting doubts, insecurity, depression, shadow of questioning, shadow of getting biased, shadow of losing our self-worth. There is a relentless companion which keep whispering in your ears that, are you doing right or wrong? And you know what it is called? It is called the mom guilt. But I made my mind and headed towards National Park. As I ran for 5 kilometers, I was panting, I was sweating, my muscles were tired. And within few minutes, there was this other feeling was swelling inside me. And that was a sense of elation. I don't give up that day. And I left my house without giving an excuse and showed up for that day. Positivity and joy were beaming out of me. And after that, with relentless effort, I ran my first marathon in 2013, completing 20 kilometers lap in span of remarkable 2.5 hours. That was a time I realized that self-care has given me a chance to elevate my motherhood journey with a superpower. And I gained this with daily routine joggings and walk. There was another technique which also came to my rescue, and that technique is called journaling. 5 minutes of practice helped me to clarify all my thoughts and confusion and define my priorities. All this confusion, which was in my body, came out of my hands through my papers from my fingers onto the papers. As I finished my writing every day, I felt that lightness in my mind and a joyful journey within me started. With this practice, I got an opportunity to relearn my passion by managing my household chores. As you all see, these are all elementary techniques which has helped me to connect that 5-year-old curious soul within me, fearless, wanting to explore the world without any inhibitions and self-doubt. And very important, that mom guilt. I urge you all who are the part of audience, who are mothers, to come out of that guilt, because self-care is not being selfish. It is the practice of putting your oxygen mask before you take care of your family. What do you say, Toastmaster?
Thank you, Toastmaster Ashwini, and very well said. Thank you for reminding us to prioritize ourselves and to take care of ourselves. Thank you so much. Let's now move on to our next speaker. And I would like to call upon the evaluator, Toastmaster Vijay Lakhe, to please share speech objective of Toastmaster Sudarshan.
Thank you, TMOD Sunita. The speech objective for the speaker two is to the project is for the member to cultivate an understanding of how his or her emotions impact relationships. It is also designed to help the member identify how others' emotions impact his or her emotional state. The purpose of this speech is for the member to share some aspect of his experience journaling emotions, of being aware of emotions when interacting with others. And this speech is level 3 and project 2, and the pathway is motivational strategies. Over to you, TMOD Sumit.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vijay.
Hello.
Yeah. So, Toastmaster Sudarshan, can we have one audio video check?
Hi, good morning. Can we ensure that we mute all the non-speakers? I can see 2 non-speakers with their microphones on.
Yes, we have now muted all. Okay.
No, there's still one speaker whose microphone is on.
Yeah.
Sienna James. Yeah.
Now. Okay. So, Toastmaster Sudarshan, I said 10 a.m. I said 10 a.m. Toastmaster Sudarshan.
May I come in? Yes. Sir, it's going to be late by half an hour. Didn't I say 10 a.m.? Do I need to take you to school to learn how to look at time? Didn't we agree? 10 a.m. your presentation will be in my inbox. Remember, this will reflect in your appraisal. Get out. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, this was me just about 22 days back. 10 a.m. in the morning, I was expecting a presentation in my inbox. At 11 a.m., I had a meeting with my CEO, and next morning was my presentation to the board. So you can well imagine, the butterflies in my stomach were of the size of eagles, and I was trying to control the uncontrollable. This poor young girl who has just joined the bank comes to me with a reasonable excuse to say why she cannot send the presentation at the agreed time. It was because her PC had crashed and she had no control over the process. Little did I know that she had spent the entire night crafting the presentation. My outburst, coming from a place of anger and authority, completely crushed her spirit. And as she walked out of my office, the rest of the floor was looking at her. And most of them were whispering, Aaj isko padi. And that is when I realized there is a power that each of us have. And that was the very day that somebody in this meeting called me to say my boss is a complete idiot. And we had a long conversation about it. At the end of it, I introspected. And as luck would have it, that is the day that I agreed to be a speaker in this meeting. So I opened the project and it said, what do you need to do to understand your emotions? And walk with me as I share my journey of the last 20 odd days, in which I have been consciously trying to record what is it that I've been doing and how has it been impacting me to start with, and in the process, others around me. So that evening, as I was driving back home, in my usual road ragey style, everybody was I will not use the words because it is not polite to use it and it is taboo topics in Toastmasters, but everybody on the road was everything but what they should be. Their mothers, their sisters, their uncles, their aunts, everybody was invoked as I was driving. And that anger in me manifested when I parked my car in my building and the poor security guard said, good evening, sir. Kya good evening? Was my shout back at him. When I came home and I took a deep breath, I noted it down, saying that I yelled at him. Next morning, the poor guy still said, good morning, sir. And his good morning somehow put a smile on my face. I was smiling all the way to work, maybe because that day there was no traffic on the road or whatever it was. But when I went into work, I still had the smile on my face. And the meeting with the CEO and the meeting with the board went off very pleasantly. And I came back and recorded that as well, saying I smiled, and just that act of smiling transformed my outlook and therefore people's reaction to me. It was a very minor thing. And I didn't even remember where that diary was till 2 days back, when I pulled the diary out and started reading recordings of the last 7 or 8 days. There were only 1 or 2 lines. It was not an essay. It was not a speech. It was just 2 lines. I smiled. I frowned. I was angry. I abused. Most of the pages were filled with I abused, but that apart, I recorded those things. And what I realized was it is extremely possible for someone like me who is at normal temperature, in room temperature conditions, as stable as a crystal of phosphorus. For those of you that are not chemistry students, take a piece of phosphorus and keep it on your table, it will start burning. I am that stable in normal circumstances. But when I started noting my emotions down, the one thing that I've realized is that all it takes for me is to turn away, take a couple of deep breaths, take a big gulp of water, and count from 10 to 1. I can, I do, and I'm trying to control the words that flow out of my fingers or my mouth. Because the other place where your emotional outbursts can erupt is on your emails. And I have been known to write tough and harsh emails at various times. So as I'm on this roller coaster of a journey, trying to understand how do I control this beast called my own emotions, the one thing that comes back to me is your emotional state is entirely in your control. You do not need external validation for your emotions to be believed. And when you truly believe in that statement, you can and you will find a new avenue to try and control the next word that comes out of your mouth. Am I always successful? Absolutely not. Are there times when their uncles and their aunts and their mothers and their sisters are invoked as I'm driving? It happened last evening as well, when my wife was sitting next to me. She said, "Stop the car. I'm going to get out if you don't stop right now." I said, "Look at that guy. The light is yellow. He can go." But then I realized the more I yell into the windshield, it's bouncing back on me. And what it is doing to the person next to me, whose mood was great and who was humming a great song, was that she just stopped talking. And that's something that I've realized. So as I keep moving around this whole rigmarole of trying to control my emotions, the one thing that I want to leave you all with is emotions are what we have. Emotions are natural chemical reactions that take place in our body. But guess what? With every chemical reaction, there needs to be a catalyst. That catalyst is what you can be. The catalyst can be a positive catalyst to take it down, or a negative catalyst to make you emote needlessly. The choice is always ours. To be at equilibrium is to be in a state of bliss. And hopefully, someday, somewhere, somehow, I will achieve that state of bliss. Thank you, and back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sudarshan, for sharing this anecdote from your life and inspiring us to how to use simple tasks and such tasks to achieve and control our emotions. Let's move on to our next speaker now. And I would like to call upon Toastmaster Subodh as an evaluator for Toastmaster Aarti. Toastmaster Subodh, please share the speech objective for Toastmaster Aarti.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sunita. Hello everyone, I am Subodh and I will be evaluating Toastmaster Aarti today. And she would be having a level 5 P1 project, which is high performance leadership. Being at level 5, I think it is going to be quite cinch for her. And she's from Innovative Planning Pathway. Now, the purpose statement for her project is for the member to apply her leadership and planning knowledge to develop a project plan, organize a guidance committee, and implement the plan with the help of the team. Also, the purpose of the first speech, which she is going to give today, is for the member to introduce her plan and vision to us. I'll hand it back to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Subodh. Toastmaster Aarti, you want to check your audio video once?
Sure. Am I audible and visible?
Yes, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Toastmaster Aarti, comedy cavalcade. Comedy cavalcade, Toastmaster Aarti.
Laughter a day keeps our problems away, they say. We often wonder, am I funny? Am I funny enough? Am I funny in English? Or am I funny only in my regional language? I believe humor is the way of looking at life. It's how we perceive things that happen around us. Here's a short incident that took place when I was 10 years old. It was a marriage function, crowded marriage function, of course. My parents were looking around for this little 10-year-old girl. They looked everywhere. They looked in the marriage hall. They looked at the room around. They looked outside the marriage hall. They inquired everybody about me. The only person they were yet to inquire is the police around. They were petrified about figuring out where this 10-year-old kid is. And finally, after 1 hour of search, they found that this 10-year-old kid was happily eating her lunch sitting at the first row. Now, this incident was shared on the day of my wedding during the Sangeet performance, a warning to my husband saying that please feed her food, feed food on time. Now, this story is nothing but an incident that makes us laugh to describe who Aarti actually is. It is an internal humor or a sense of looking at life, that how much willingful I would be when it comes to food. Well, with this perception around life, I always wondered, why does District 98 does not have a humorous speech contest? Why is that humorous speech contest not untapped? Well, while we have international speech contest, we have table topics, we have evaluation, I decided to let us bring humorous speech contest at least to our club. That's where began the idea. This idea began on February 1st, 2024. With just a conversation that took place between my Vice President, Public Relations, and we wondered how should we go about it. There were several confusions that came into our mind. Should we keep it club level? Should we keep it at area level contest? Or should we keep it a video based club level contest? Now, why we thought about video based, we wondered what if it would be a PR campaign and increase our reach and Instagram page. How do we go about it? So the confusion of having the contest itself took about 10 to 15 odd days, and we went on and on and on and on about it. In fact, I decided that, all right, let's stick to a video-based club level contest. And then as also a presiding officer, I announced it very proudly to my club members that we will be having a video-based club level humorous speech contest where everybody would record this video of their speech and send it across to everybody. And as I was going around, one of my members stopped and asked, Aarti, but it is humorous speech contest. How would someone be able to deliver a humorous speech without having an audience in front and without listening to the laughter? There it boomed. So my phases of implementation of how to conduct the contest was a long process. And then I had to decide a team. I took my two key team players, which is one, my Vice President membership, Toastmaster Sumit, who I named as the People Manager, and my Vice President Public Relation, who is Toastmaster Lakshi, who is my PR Manager for the contest. Now, why People Manager, my VPM, is we kept this humorous speech contest as a key element whenever my VPM had the chance to speak to new members, stating that, oh, you know what, we are also having a humorous speech contest. Why wouldn't you like to have witness it, or would you like to be a part of it? So if you be part of it, you need to be a member. So this contest became a key element to attract members. Then came deciding the names of the contest. Oh my. We wondered what could be the names of the contest. So these were 4 names that I had in my mind. How to go about it. What were they? Can we name it as Haso Zara, Hase To Fase, Comedy Not Tragedy, UFC, UTC's Fun Contest. Oof, that went for a week. And the first coming soon humorous speech contest poster was released on our club's Instagram handle on 29th February. Please note the dates and I'll tell you why. And then we decided on an overall contest on outline that this is going to be an English, all English or an English contest. Of course, this has been inspired from our other contests, but we believe sometimes we are funny in our regional language. And so we kept this as a criteria. All members are eligible, but we kept the timing as speech timings to 4 to 6 minutes because we also have our very new members who have not yet given their icebreaker speech, yet they can participate in this. That is the reason. And this is the first time our experienced members are trying too. And finally, as the idea incepted on 1st February, it's happening on the 28th April, which is tomorrow. So it took about 2.5 months for this idea to be implemented. Now, if you would ask me what are the outcomes of implementing these ideas is two. One, our VPPR for creating the poster won the design of the month under the special category mentioned, which is creative design. Second, with our VPM's support, we were able to grab the attention of the guests. We have today, out of 8 contestants, we have 4 new members who are participating. Now, the outcome or the learnings that I've received from this project is 3 C's that I need to work on. A, clarity, conviction, and confidence. It has taken about 2 months of roller coaster to build clarity in my mind on what I want. And whatever I decide, it is necessary to have conviction to it and be confident with whatever I take around. So these are the learnings I have received throughout. I am hoping to take it and build my leadership skills with these 3 learnings. Over to TMOD.
Thank you, Toastmaster Aarti, and for inspiring us the steps that you have taken and that nothing is impossible. We can do what we want to do. So thank you all these speakers today for owning your spaces and be unapologetically yourselves and giving the best of yours. I would like to call upon Toastmaster Shirley to share the timing report. And meanwhile, I would also request Zoom Master to please be ready with the poll for the speakers so that we can instantly vote for our best speaker. Toastmaster Shirley, over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sunita. So speaker 1, Toastmaster Ashwini, took 6 minutes 55 seconds. Toastmaster speaker 2, DTM Sudarshan Seshadri, took 7 minutes 37 seconds. And speaker 3, TM Aarti, took 7 minutes 43 seconds. So DTM Sudarshan and Toastmaster Aarti both are disqualified for voting.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shirley. Thank you, Toastmaster Shirley. So considering the rules of Toastmasters, we would have only one speaker as eligible for the voting. So we can skip the voting for the speakers. We move on to the next part of our meeting and continuing with the theme of today. Another important aspect in taking control of our life is to seize the opportunity. Every day we get another opportunity to do what we want to do and to own that very little part of who we are. It is up to us to decide whether we want to be held back by our limitations or take the advantage and crack the hell on. You never know what your true potentials are. And with this, here comes the next opportunity for all of you, brought to you by our enthusiastic member, Toastmaster Smita, and she's coming with the table topic sessions. I hand it over to Toastmaster Smita for table topic round.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sunita. Members, is it okay if I speak behind the video?
Yeah, that's fine, considering your internet connection. Okay.
No, I am actually on the road, so
Okay.
I don't want a lot of disturbance in the viewing experience of the audience. So, taking forward from the theme, Toastmaster Sunita, I think I lied to you that time when you asked, what is your biggest fear in your life? Trust me, the moment you asked that question, I wanted to raise my hand and say, fear of speaking impromptu. But I was just waiting for the right opportunity, like you said. And then I took the plunge now. Good morning once again, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Welcome to the table topic session of our today's meeting. For the benefit of the newcomers here, table topic speaking is a impromptu speaking session where the TT master asks a general, very approachable question and throws open to the audience, and then the audience, the speaker, the table topic speaker on stage has to speak for at least 1 minute at the minimum and 2 minutes at the maximum. The timing, as our timer for today, Toastmaster Shirley has explained at the beginning, the respective cards will be shown 1 minute green, 1 minute 30-second amber, and 2 minutes at the red, and you get 30 seconds to wrap up. Yes, not to worry, we will be calling one of the experienced Toastmasters so that the others get a hang of how this session goes about. The whole idea is I'll teach you how to take that plunge and seize that opportunity and make the best use of the chances that are given to us. Trust me, not we face with a lot of such situations where questions are thrown open at us, opinions are thrown open at us, or suggestions are asked from us. So today, trust me, this is being in this session and even volunteering for this session is your first step towards building that confidence and taking that first step. Right. Like I said at the beginning, it's going to be a bit of impromptu session from my side too. So to begin with, do I have a volunteer in the audience so that we can demonstrate the experience a little more effectively to the audience? Any experienced Toastmaster from the crowd? Anybody would want to volunteer for the first question? Or
I
I'm
can
just going to
for it.
pick.
Yeah.
Hello?
Subodh here.
Subodh, yes. Who else? Who else? Better than you. All right. Toastmaster Subodh. Okay, now since I've been doing a lot of road hopping and city hopping, I see a lot of colors popping up in front of my eyes. So here's your first question. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes. Toastmaster Subodh, here's your question. What does the color green represent to you? What does the color green represent to you and why? The stage is all yours.
Thank you so much. What a wonderful topic. And you can see, right, like green is something which is quite dear to me, and you can see in my background as well. It is already filled with green. And there are a lot of things which I am reminded of when it comes to the color green. Green is basically the greenery which is there all around. I remember when I used to go to my grandmother's place on every vacations, this green color used to enthrall me a lot, especially because I used to go over there and we used to play in green fields. It was just a green lawn which was front of the house, and every single day we used to play cricket on it. And then, like, it is all filled with greenery. If you go to this place called as Konkan, I think many of you must have already been there. It is just amazing to be in these surroundings wherein there are green things all around. And I somehow feel that by looking at the green color, it makes you happy when you reach that point of 1 minute, which I am now able to see. That makes you happy. So somehow that green color makes you happy. And also the fact that whenever you see the green signal, right, like you're ready to go on the road as well, like, the minute you see a green signal, okay, all right, now I am at peace. I do not want to stand on the signal. I just want to go away from here and as fast as I can. So that excites me as well, I feel. And somehow I feel it is very peaceful when I draw. I accidentally, like, or by coincidence, you can say that I use it a lot. That's something which is really dear to me, and I feel that it brings me to peace. Thank you so much. Over to you.
Indeed, indeed. The reason why I gave was, like you said, yes, there's a lot of green surrounding me right now because I'm on road. Thank you for bringing that positive connotation to the word. Otherwise, we could have a lot of connotations. Green with envy. Yeah. On that note, now, dear guest, now that you've realized it's really a cinch tackling table topics, do we have any guests, volunteers on board? Anybody who wants to take a jab at the questions? Trust me, they are going to be as simple as this. It's going to be color based. Anybody in the audience?
Yeah, we have Vishal Panchari.
Yeah, hi.
Yes. Vishal, welcome to Mumbai Communications Toastmasters.
Thank you.
Thank you. Going on the theme of colors today. Taking forward, what does the color red represent to you?
Oh,
Red and why?
okay, sure. So first of all, thanks a lot for giving me this opportunity to speak on this forum. It's a great platform, and I wanted to join this. Thanks to Sunita for connecting me to the right people over here. Okay, now won't take much time. So moving on to the topic, which is about the red color. Red color actually gives two aspects in your life. On one side, red shows like things are stopping you somewhere, right? If you are going on the road, if you see red signal, you had stop. Red is something wherein red most of the time represents negative things, right? So whenever you see something red, so for example, if you are in a project, if you are working on a project, and then if you are stressed on certain timelines, then generally the indication shows like things are in red. That shows that okay, you are not progressing well. This is one of the aspects. The other aspect is thinking about positive also. Means red is sometimes a very good color. Very cool color means if you have a red color car, right? You like it very much because that car differentiate you from many other. Means you can just pinpoint your car among many other cars because it is a unique color. It gives a lot of brightness. Uh, if you see someone wearing red color of dress, sometimes it suits very much. It's a great color. So always what I say that generally all the colors have its own importance. So red color also has its own importance in terms of positive way and negative way. But it's more important that how do you see that color? So it's more about the way we look at the color. And I think this is the part of life. So we should always be very much positive in terms of how do we want to see that color in terms of our life. Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Thank you, Vishal. Yes, indeed. It all depends upon our point of view rather than what our external atmosphere shows us. Indeed, there are two ways of looking at it. Yes, red is both energizing and as a warning signal. Thank you. And kudos for taking that plunge today and speaking on table topics. Can we now move on?
I think Akanksha wants to speak. Akanksha, I think you just unmuted yourself, so it seems that you're interested.
Hey, hi everyone. If given a color, I would also like to, I'm finding this activity a little interesting. So if given a color, I would also want to share my views. That's all.
Okay. Yes, here's your color. So I don't want it to follow the pattern. So your color is blue. So what does blue represent to you and why?
Okay. So, listening for first of all, thank you for giving me this opportunity to speak. It's been long that that I've spoken at Toastmasters Club, so I feel really humbled and grateful for this opportunity. Talking about blue, I've been a cricket fan since my childhood, and blue reminds me of Bleed Blue, which is our Indian cricket team. Talking about our Indian cricket team, there is this player, right, Virat Kohli, and recently he gave this interview wherein he talked about that all of which he's doing right now, none of it is a challenge for him. He feels extremely blessed and to be in a position wherein he's doing what he actually loves. Although he's training for 4 to 6 hours every day, that's what the statistics speak. Now to take having a mindset wherein you take up tasks and you take those tasks as not as tasks, but rather you take them as a you feel happy about performing them, is a mindset that maybe all of us can cultivate and learn a lot from him, So yeah, bleed blue reminds me every day. This blue color reminds me of just having the mindset wherein I can take up my tasks and perform them as easy as possible. Yeah, thanks a lot.
Indeed. Yes, guest Akansha. Blue reminds you of your the possibility of you taking charge and getting that activity done. Indeed. Our next speaker, anybody else?
We can invite Toastmaster Ravi Nair from Borivali Club.
Toastmaster Ravish, are you there?
Yeah, hi, I'm there.
Yes, welcome to MCT Toastmaster Ravi. So, here's your color. Color is orange. And please remember, we have a taboo topics. So please tell me, what does the color orange represent to you and why?
So I'm from the media side, and when color comes, the main thing which comes is RGB, that is red, green, blue, which mixed in the right quantity gives a different color. So depending upon what color you want, today if it is orange I want, I mix the color in the right proportion and get orange to be. That's one thing which comes into my mind. Other thing which comes to my mind is the orange, which has the color orange itself. And you know, the famous movie Godfather, anywhere if you see orange, there's going to be a tragedy which follows in that movie. That indicates whenever the orange comes there is a tragedy which hits the Godfather. That's another thing which hits the mind. And during winter, when orange is the most sorted fruit and most popular fruit during that time, that orange connects to one of the region in India, that is Nagpur. So that orange represents that. And finally, this orange is a color which is normally not used, popular, not very popular, except for the fruit is what we connect to. I think I would like to stick orange not to use as a color, but eat it because that's my favorite fruit. That's all. Thank you.
Indeed, you are right. Orange, not when we think of visual representation, because sometimes it's to represent the oncoming of danger. But trust me, like you said in this thing, the first thought that came in terms of orange was the oranges from the Nagpur. So and on that note, Toastmaster Shirley, how many more do we have time for? Can we take any more?
Yes. We can take some more.
Yes. Can we get our next guest on board? Who wants to volunteer? Now we all know it's a cinch.
We invite Kalyani.
Kalyani?
Yes.
Yes. Let me see. Do we have you on screen? Yes. Our counter, Kalyani. Welcome to MCT Toastmasters. Now, when we talk of colors, of course, the first thing that comes to our mind is the rainbow in here. So we have now covered some of the colors in that. There's one color left.
Okay.
Yeah. What does the color violet represent to you? Violet and why?
Thank you so much, Table Topic Master, for giving me the color violet, which I don't like at all. I've never adored a color violet, and I remember I was a person who used to love drawing. I still like drawing, but not as much as I used to love when I was a child in my school days. And I remember my mother had gifted me this 50 shade crayon box, and one color which never got used, which never used to finish at all, was the color violet. And violet sort of reminds me of a color which is only for people who don't like other colors at all. So I remember there was this girl in my college who loved violet so much, so that she painted her, like she dyed her hair violet. She used to wear only violet color clothes and no clothes other than that. So violet reminds me of all of these things. But to me personally, I don't like violet as much because I think it's very extra. It's a very gaudy color. It's a color which to the extreme. It's color which nobody. It's color which I would not personally like wearing all of the times. But given a choice, if I have to uh, use violet or have a friend violet, I like befriend a violet color, I would rather eat violet color fruits and vegetables and not have violet color wearing clothes. So that's all I can think of violet color. Thank you so much for giving me this color. Over to you.
Thank you, Kalyani, for giving that honest opinion. Our affinity towards color indeed are very personal. We have experiences associated. We have people associated. We have places associated. So, thank you for being vulnerable and even telling us the reason why you hate violet. Trust me, even I don't like that color. You've got a pal in me right now. On that note, I think one last table topics for me to round up the entire session. Who wants to be the last one to go? Anybody? Should we close with the senior? Anybody in the club?
Our general evaluator, Sunil.
Yes.
Sunil, okay. Now I have a very perfect color for you to end the session, which is kind of an amalgamation of all colors. Toastmaster Sunil, your color is white. What does white represent to you and why?
We all have very colorful occasions in life. We all have very colorful partners. But I always found peace with my partner when I waved the white flag. Good afternoon, friends. White is a symbol of purity. But for me, the white flag has always stood for peace. It is white that is colorless. It is white that gives you a plain canvas to paint the colors that you wish to color your life in. Every person starts with a white can of paint in life and starts putting colors that you find them a cinch. Some put red, some put yellow, some put green, some put blue, and some hate to put purple. And that is how we appear to different people in a colorful ways. So it is not the color that you like. It's not the color that you hate that matters. It all depends on the clean slate that you have and what you add in your life before you bid adieu to this world. And that's what white stands for me. Over to you.
Indeed, indeed. White, like even the sign says, it represents the amalgamation of all colors. It has everything in it, and it doesn't have everything. It's quite an irony. And like our Toastmasters platform, it's an open fora for anybody who's wishing to improve their public speaking and leadership skill to come and discover what's their color of leadership and what color their speaking style is. On that note, thank you so much, speakers, and thank you so much for audience for being us wonderful listeners. It's time for me now to hand over the stage back to Toastmaster of the day, Sunita. Back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Smita, for owning your space and giving us all the chance to face our fear and seize the opportunity. And congratulations to all the participants for taking responsibility, to taking control of your own actions by coming forward and taking the plunge. This is also our next aspect that we will be talking about, of taking responsibility in order to take control of our life. Before jumping on to that, I would like to call upon our timer to share the timing taken by all the participants in table topic. So Toastmaster Shirley, can you please help us with the timer report?
Sure. Okay. So Toastmasters both, he took 1 minute 54 seconds. Toastmaster Vishal Pansari took 1 minute 57 seconds. Toastmaster Akansha took 1 minute 38 seconds. Toastmaster Ravi Nayak took 1 minute 20 seconds. Toastmaster Kalyani took 1 minute 40 seconds. Toastmaster Sunil took 1 minute 18 seconds. All are qualified for voting.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shirley. And with that, I would also request Zoom Master to launch the poll so that we can also select and vote for the best speaker in our table topic session.
Sunita, can I have just 2 more minutes?
Yeah, sure. No problem.
Please.
Okay. So by the time we have our polls ready, let's go ahead with let's go ahead with our theme. And I was talking about taking responsibility in order to take control of our life. By being accountable of our life and actions, we take the power back and be in control of what you want to be and where you want to go from here, and take necessary steps to change our lives for better. Now, similar to the voting that we will be doing now and selecting and appreciating the right person, it's also a time for us to take up the responsibility as citizen of India and to vote for the right candidate and help build a better nation. So let's see if we have our voting rights ready right now for the timing for the speakers of table topic, and for all of you to please vote at your respective regions for the right candidate for our nation. So
can I launch the poll?
Yes, now you can launch the poll, Toastmaster Anil.
Are the options available? Same?
Yes, they are visible. Please vote for the right and best speaker who you think have attempted in the table topic session. Have you got most of the votes, Anil? So you're on mute.
I'm sorry, so far I have not got any response.
Yeah, I have submitted already.
Yeah.
Anil, you may want to reclaim the host rights from me. Probably then you would be able to.
So are you able to see the results?
Yes.
So in that case, you can share with me. That's fine.
No, I think it's gone from my screen. So just a second. Let me just see. We've just got out of 11, I think we've just got 3 or 4 people voting for.
So everyone, are you seeing the polls on your screen?
I can see on my screen.
Yeah, I saw it and I submitted also.
Okay, thank you.
I think it's done. It's done.
Okay.
All right. So moving ahead, talking about responsibility and becoming a better version of ourselves, we have our next session on evaluation. And our general evaluator, Toastmaster Sunil Agarwal, along with his team, will help us become a better version of ourselves. Let me call upon the general evaluator, Sunil Agarwal, and I hand it over to you for the feedback and how we can improve going forward. Thank you, and to you, Toastmaster Sunil.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sunita. When I was interacting with Toastmaster Sunita for this role, she said, I hope we can add a lot of energy to this meeting. And I said, that's just perfect. I added a lot of energy in the last Toastmaster meeting. She's saying, how? I said, by not showing up. So good afternoon, friends. This is a segment which is unique to Toastmasters because this is like finding an ideal life partner. Right, Sunita? True life partner is one who is with you with every trouble in the life that you wouldn't have had if you had stayed single. And the general evaluator role is to show all the points which could have easily been avoided if they had not taken the opportunity and the responsibility of being in this program. But this is a time for exchange. Toastmaster Ashwini, what is that exchange? Since you are a mother, you would know what is this exchange. This exchange is when the children go to their grandmother's houses. And I'm reminded by an incident that whenever they come and they go back, they're usually followed up by a call from the grandmother to the daughter-in-law. You know what he does? I noticed this in him. You know what she does? I noticed this in her. And then follow the stream of suggestions and recommendations. And one such grandmother gave all these suggestions, Aarti, to her daughter-in-law. And the daughter-in-law said, I am so thankful for your suggestions. Let me tell you, I am living with one of your child and he also needs a lot of improvement. So in every meeting, however well you do, there's always an opportunity to improve. But they say if you resist every rub in life, how will you get polished? And therefore, this segment, which is unique to Toastmaster, gives us an opportunity to polish ourselves. Listening to motivational speakers, they always say, you must be unstoppable. Right, Sunita?
Exactly.
But in Toastmasters, we want to put a halt and we have a person with colorful cards to tell us when to start, when to stop. And that is our timer. So may I invite Toastmaster Shirley to give the timing guidelines for the evaluators. In case this is an unscheduled stop for you, Shirley, this is my first recommendation to the meeting that every segment must begin with the timing guidelines rather than give all upfront in the beginning because people may forget. Some may join late. So when you're giving the timing guidelines for the speeches, Toastmaster Shirley give only the timing guidelines for the speeches. Then I suggest the table topic master to invite the timer to give the timings for the table topics. And now I'm inviting her to give the timings for the evaluators. Yes, Toastmaster Shirley, you must be either pleased or annoyed at me for giving you one more opportunity to come on stage.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sunil. So for the evaluation, time limit is 1 to 2 minutes. So at 1 minute, I will show green card.
Sorry, it's 2 to 3.
Sorry, it's 2 to 3 minutes. So at 2 minutes, I will show green card. At 2 minutes, 30 seconds, I will show yellow card. And at 3 minutes, I will show red card, followed by 30-second grace period.
Thank you, Shirley.
Thank you.
Thank you. I hope my sudden invitation did not upset a role that you played to the cinch. Okay. Now today, we begin this session with evaluations. And as I said, that everybody does well in life, but you need somebody to show you the path, how to get better. But not just to get better, but also to pat your back on what you did well. And our first evaluator is Toastmaster Smita. Toastmaster Smita, can we have your evaluation for speaker number 1? Is she left the room?
I think she might be having some internet issue as she's traveling.
Okay. Some have issues, some have internet issues.
She's there.
Am I audible now?
Yeah.
I think
You are on mute, Smita. Okay, so we'll do something. We'll start with the next evaluator till Smita comes to a better patch. So our next evaluator is Toastmaster Vijay. Toastmaster Vijay, can you give your evaluation for the second speaker? Over to you, Toastmaster Vijay.
Thank you, General Evaluator. So I'd like to start by saying the brightest shining lights of the speech was the background with the different emotions that was like eye-catching. And it was easy to connect with the audience that this speech is going to be about the emotions, different emotions. The difference of emotions I have noted, the speaker initially exploded with angry emotions, and that reflected in his behavior in different walks of life. To control that beast, the speaker also realized that he has to overcome this, and to overcome that, he found a way with the power of writing. So we can achieve anything with the writing, not only emotions. We can write down, manifest. Sometimes also what happens is about me, is what happens in office is being replicated in different walks of life while coming at home also. Like same behavior comes in, like we behave with our family members. And they are also unable to figure out why this is happening. Because there are unnecessary emotions that are flowing out. If I look at the posture of the speaker, it was like good. He is in a sitting form. But the only recommendation I would recommend is he should be standing and delivering the speech. Hand positions sometimes are visible, sometimes are not. Like partial hand positions I could see. Smile, I would say, need to be improved. Like, yeah, if the speaker adds some more smile wherever it is required, then that would be a topping on ice cream. So that would be easy to connect with the audience. And so one moment I felt that when the speaker said, look at that car. So instead of sitting down and saying this, we should stand up and say that, look at that cars, and that would come differently in the speech. And otherwise, I would like to conclude here by saying is that speech was aligned as per the speech objectives to display different emotions, and with the live example in his life, so that is being already elaborated by the speaker with the strong emotions. And thank you. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vijay. The journey of life would be plain and simple if we didn't have somebody to show us the way. And in Toastmasters, we have the evaluations which tell us how to move to the next level, or as the DMOD says, become a better version of ourselves. Our next evaluator is Toastmaster Subodh. May I invite Toastmaster Subodh to give his evaluation?
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sunil. So hello, everyone. Best of luck, Toastmaster Aarti, for your contest tomorrow. And I am completely sure that you'll be doing a fabulous job tomorrow with the kind of preparation that has happened and whatever you have went through in this past couple of months. There were a lot of things which I loved about your speech today. Well, first of all, the start. The start was absolutely fabulous, which started with a quote, and then you had a funny incident to share with us. I could connect with it because I had also undergone similar such experience in my life when I was quite young. I think that your story was about how to plan for a humorous speech, and you started with humor to it that was absolutely beautifully done, I felt. It is very important because it gets people engrossed. We would like to know more what you would be talking about. So you were able to capture our attention, that's for sure. The other thing which I absolutely loved about your speech was the use of presentations. Normally, the presentations that we have seen, in those presentations, we would see that there would be a lot of content written and it would be boring. But your presentation was a bit different, wherein you used minimum words and you could have some interesting figures, smileys over there. So it is not that people are completely into your presentation and not looking at you, but it was equal attention which was given by the audience side, I felt. So that was nicely done. The other thing which I would see is that I am also would be giving the same project the next time. So I know now how to go about it. I can say for sure that you planned quite well. You made a team, you knew your task and how to go about it. So now the audience, as the people like hearing you, they would also know that if they have to plan for a task, what all things that they can expect. There were few things, however, which might be better in your speech, I felt. The camera position was one, wherein you were too close to the camera, wherein we were not able to see your expressions, hand gestures, I mean. So you were doing hand gestures, but they were like below the screen, and all we could see is something like this. So you can work upon that. Hand gestures are very important part, and you can concentrate on that. Maybe you're from an offline club, so you're not aware, but you can have a dress rehearsal with your mentor, and he can tell you about how to do exactly about it. The other thing which I thought was that you were thinking too much when you were giving speech. So you're looking sideways from here and there, where you're trying to recollect things. So it can be a little bit distracting for the viewers because you're not concentrating on them. So try to practice more and it would go away is what I feel. Lastly, the timings. I think you can do a better job at that. Time your speech and then present it in front of us. So overall, I think that it was a great speech. Work on your camera position, your eye contact and your timing. Continue with the excellent starts, amazing PPT, and you will do a fabulous job. Over to you. Thank you so much.
It is said that you must never change your partners midway, but Toastmaster online meetings sometimes force you to change your companions midway. So we will have another S instead of Smita, Toastmaster Sudarshan, doing the evaluation of our speaker, Ashwini. Yes, Sudarshan.
Thank you very much, Mr. General Evaluator, fellow Toastmasters and guests. In my opinion, every speech stands on three P's, just like the tripod behind a General Evaluator. The three P's are prepare, practice, perform. And an accomplished speaker is the one that can amalgamate the three and ensure that all the three legs are of equal height. Today, we witnessed a speaker who exemplified this particular attribute. Therefore, the speech turned to a cinch for her. I will explain what, in my opinion, caught the attention with me as an audience member and how it sustained through the speech. First and foremost, the story was engaging. It was an exposition of her accomplishment through small but purposeful steps, which ultimately took her to where she wanted to be. The loss of a loved one to the gain of a life which she had to care for was a beautiful arc that she narrated. And through that arc, she communicated to us that every ending is a beginning and every beginning potentially will end. Yet, in between, what we do will stay with us and leave a legacy for us. So, the message in the speech was extremely rich, extremely powerful, and something that each of us can relate to in our own ways. In terms of the way she emoted, in terms of her presence that she created, despite there being a huge distance between us and her, was through her gestures, through her movement, and of course, through her positioning, which was smack bang in the middle of the camera. That said, can this particular speech scale that barrier and move from being good to great? My answer is an unequivocal yes. How can she accomplish that? First, this speech had an arc. And if you've noticed an arc at every stage, there is a cut and then there is a next stone which is placed. And that cut happens in the form of a pause. So there were opportunities for her to pause and move further. And that was something that I would have preferred our speaker to try and achieve. The second, while the speaker stood and delivered, there was always a chance to portray movement by making sure that the camera was looking at her in a very specific manner, where she gradually moved from the past to the present to the future. And that would have told us how the arc is moving and how the speech is carrying on further. The third is a pet peeve of mine: grammar, grammar, and a little more grammar. There is no such word in English called joggings. Jogging in itself is plural. Similarly, prepositions that are used need to be carefully selected. And cannot become an in and on cannot become an off. Those are areas of focus that our speakers should do well to focus on. All in all, I would say that today I saw Ashwini version 2.0, and I wish her all the very best to scale the heights to get to Ashwini 3.0. Thank you, and back to you, Mr. General Evaluator.
Fantastic. We've had a separate table topic session, and we have a table topics and evaluation. This is something new for me. So now we'll invite the timer, Shirley. Shirley, you can sob a bit because this is your last appearance on the screen, and just share the timings of the evaluators.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sunil. So evaluator DTM Sudarshan took 3 minutes 24 seconds. Toastmaster Vijay took 2 minutes 54 seconds. Toastmaster Subodh took 3 minutes 18 seconds. All are qualified for voting.
Fantastic. So I request the Zoom master, I think, Anil, it's you, to launch the poll for the best evaluator. Fantastic. Life teaches you many lessons, and many lessons come when you are least prepared for it. I recently went to a stationery shop, Ravi, to buy some printer paper. And I said, please give me some printer paper. And he said, A4? I said, A for apple. But why are you asking me grammatical questions when I've just come to buy paper? And today we have an A for our next role, the grammarian. Please welcome Anil to give his grammarian's report.
Thank you very much. Thank you, General Evaluator. But before that, I just want to confirm whether the polls are completed. I'm not able to see the progress of poll.
Yeah, it's done.
It's done, right? I can.
If you're looking at the 20th May, they are yet to come. The one on this meeting, they are all.
Yeah. Fine. Thank you. So just giving my report of Germany, I think I had seen the word of the day since been used by a couple of people. I think Smita had used it. Our general evaluator has used it a couple of times. Others, I could not find much use of cinch. Maybe perhaps the word was too aggressive.
I used it, and I think Sudarshan also used it.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for that. So I missed DTM Sudarshan and Subodh. Sorry. So it was a total of 4 people using the word of the day. And going ahead with a good usage of English. Muscles were tired. I think, I don't know. But self-care is not selfish was something which caught my attention. Shadow was one word which was used very aptly, like shadow of using, shadow of doubtful, and all those things. It was a good thing. And there was a motherhood which was equated to superpower. That phrase was very good. Then I think there was a word which emotions were actually equated with beast in the second speech. I think that was a very good version of it. I think beast of emotions coming out, and there was a phrase which was like, I can, I am, and I'm trying to control. That was very good. There was a usage called as plethora of errors that caught my attention. Blessingly was one good word. Recording the behavior. Then comedy cavalcade was another good usage. Laughter a day keeps doctor away. I think this has been replaced. It's replacing Apple, I suppose. Humor is a way to look at life. 3 C's was another good thing. I think we had 2 3s, 3 C's and 3 P's. Very good. Those were very unique. Then greenery is all around, and it's a way of life. Then there was one good use that was of white flag, I think, waving the white flag. That was one good use, which I caught my attention. That's it, and that's all from my side. Over to you, General Evaluator. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anil, for that. I always feel experience is the best teacher in life. But my grammar teacher in school was prettier, and therefore I've always been interested in grammar throughout my life. They say the best way to break a habit. Yes, Subodh, what is the best way to break a habit?
Break a habit. I don't do it for 21 days as they say it. I don't know.
Yeah, Ashwini.
Keep ignoring.
The best way to break a habit is to drop it. And there are many things we are holding in our hand unwantedly in our language. So let's welcome Kalyani to give us our counter report.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator. I'm here to present my counters report. Starting with Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Sunita used filler words so 4 times and okay once, and crutch sound once. Speaker Toastmaster Ashwini used filler word but once. Speaker Toastmaster Sudarshan used crutch word once, filler word and 5 times, filler word so thrice. Speaker Aarti used filler word and twice, but once and so once, and scratch sound 5 times. Table topic master Toastmaster Smita used filler word so thrice and filler word but once, and crutch sound twice. Speaker Toastmaster Subodh used crutch sound 4 times. Guest Vishal used filler word so thrice, filler word okay once, and filler word like once, and crutch sound thrice. Guest Akanksha used filler crutch sound 5 times, filler phrase 6 times, crutch and filler word so thrice, filler word okay once. Guest Toastmaster Ravi used filler word so twice, filler word but once, crutch sound once, and filler phrase once. Toastmaster Sunil used filler word but once. Toastmaster Vijay used filler word so 4 times, filler word like once, and crutch sound 4 times. Toastmaster Subodh used crutch sound 4 times, filler word so 4 times, but once and like once, and filler phrase thrice. And yeah, that's it. Thank you so much.
That seems like a laundry list in a general store. Yeah, that's pretty exhaustive. Thank you, Toastmaster Kalyani. So now we've had everybody give their roles, and the business end is over, and it's now my opportunity to take a bird's eye view of the entire meeting and see what can go right. I am known to be a little strict, so I hope you'll pardon for giving a little more time to the suggestions rather than just keep a bat on them. I hope I have your permission. Yeah, okay, great. So let's start, as in movies they say, in order of appearance. So let's start with the Sergeant in Arms who began, Ashwini. So Ashwini, you were wearing many hats in your life as a wife, as a daughter, as a mother, and here you were also wearing multiple hats as a speaker and as an SA. Now, one suggestion is we all learn things mechanically. When we started driving a car or a scooter, we first wanted to just learn how to make it move. But gradually, we wanted to become a good driver. And one of the ways is to get over the mechanics as quickly as possible so that you can learn the flair. And I felt the role of a sergeant in arms was begin with a little warmth. Rather than, here are the general instructions. You are supposed to keep your camera off and this. So I'm exaggerating a bit just to make the point that we humans love emotions. So much so we had a total speech today with emotions. A person is looking down but had colorful background when he was giving a speech. So emotions are what make people attractive. They are the ones that have the magnetism. So have a big smile, welcome people, and then say, it's my duty to tell you the hygiene instructions, but spend about 10 to 15 seconds. Ashwini, do you agree? A little warmth will do well. Okay. Okay. Then our next role player was the president, Anil. Anil, I don't know, because you're seeing me again after some time that your smile has vanished. But if you had told me, I would have put my camera off. But somehow, as the president, I think you needed a little more exuberance. So now let me tell you all of you, because the presiding officer can be somebody else other than the president. So in my opinion, the president has 3 roles to play. One is to welcome people to the meeting. The second is to inspire the people who are already Toastmasters that you are in the right place. And lastly, to all those guests who are on the fence, to make them feel they were rather in than out. And I feel you could have shared a small anecdote or some motivation of how Toastmasters is beneficial to your lives. Because you did the business end, it looks as if a nature's call was awaiting you and you wanted to hand over to the TMOD and rush rather than do your role justice. So a president has a big role, not just a filler. So a president must inspire, say a few words, you are at the right place and all that, and then hand it over to the TMOD. I hope you take that with a pinch of salt on it.
Yes, thanks a lot.
Yeah. So then we came to the spotlight of TMOD Sunita. Sunita, good job. And I felt your poster said own it, and here you said own the space. And they were a little confusing to me because own means ownership and space means a little different. So I thought somewhere I wanted to tell you, make the theme a little more explicit rather than let people gauge it, because people don't have that much bandwidth to really go deep. If it's not apparent, it goes under the carpet. So next time try to, because I was trying to figure out what's exactly the theme. Then I went back to your poster and I said, oh, this is what she means. So, but otherwise, good job. And you had good interaction. That was very good. I am just going back to Anil. Sorry, instead of you called for the guests immediately. First, you state, well, warm up the meeting, and then you call the guests so that it's sandwiched between them rather than straight away calling the guests, because the guests also are just wondering what is it for them. So you also begin by saying, here we have Toastmasters, but we are blessed with some people who are new to us, and we'd love to find out from them what brought them to Toastmasters, what are they looking for. So may I invite the first guest, and usually call the guest by name rather than who would like to come, because it looks more pointed. Coming back to the TMOD, so you had good interaction, you had a good theme, and I feel you navigated the meeting quite well, and maybe looking at your role, the grammarian had the word cinch in mind. Okay, so well done, Sunita. So your next role player was the timer, Shirley. Shirley, and to all the people who attend online meetings, nobody is so poor that they can't pay attention. And the best way to pay attention is to keep your cameras on and be on stage all the time so that you don't take the advantage of being on an online meeting but not on the camera. So especially role players, try to show your face. It's encouraging there are more people rather than black spots in your life are not welcome. Neither are black spots on the screen when you're giving your speeches and playing the roles. So to all the people who come here, try to be an active participant rather than a backbencher, which you've gone through in your school days. So surely I found your pretty face missing in most of the times, apart from their role play. So I think role players need to show. So I think that was one thing I want to tell about the timer. And one suggestion I've already given you earlier, that the beginning should always be for the speeches, then you should be invited for the TT, the table topics, and then finally for the evaluation. Another thing, you must say the minimum and the maximum time rather than, because speeches may have different time slots. So you can't say 5, 6, 7, that is a mantra. So you say, I will show the green card for the minimum time, the yellow for the mid time, and the red for the maximum time. And you have 30-second grace before and after, because some speeches could be 7 to 8 minutes, some could be 4 to 6 minutes, like the icebreaker. And if you say 5 to 7, it looks as if that's a blanket timing. So you can't keep changing the speech. So you say the minimum allotted time and the maximum allotted time, and say there's a 30-second grace before and after. Are you okay, Shirley? Will you still talk to me after the meeting, or?
Yes, yes, sure. Thank you.
Okay, great. So that was the timer. Now we come to our counter, Kalyani. Where are you?
I'm there. I'm sorry, I can't turn my camera on, but I'm there. I'm
Can
here.
you not ask him to leave?
No.
Not yet. Okay, fine. So Kalyani, your report was very exhaustive. I liked. Do you want to know how you can make it better?
Yes, I would appreciate your
So
feedback.
you can either show the ascending order or the descending order. So what you do is, you, rather than just give in order of sequence, you can say, so put your hands together for a task today who had the least number of hours, and you could begin with that, and go progressively more, or you can start the other way around. You could start with the people and then say, but the people who really stole the show today, and give the one with the least number right now. So that gives a little creativity to your role. Is that okay with you, Kalyani?
Yes. Thank you so much.
Yeah. So Anil, you must be regretting the day you connected with me around 15 years ago. I'm going to dive the dagger deeper now,
Please.
as we've got a chance to reconnect. So great role as a grammarian. I think it was a good role. You had very good expressions, but I thought you should have given a few either mispronunciations or things that didn't go well also, because you kept all your eggs in the good basket. So a grammarian role is to also educate people either in incorrect pronunciation or to incorrect usage, which, like our evaluator did, overstepped your role and said in their speech evaluation, but you could have also repeated that and said, because you said only good usage rather than what was the correction.
Correct.
Now, another suggestion is that the word of the day should have some connection to the speech theme, the theme of the day. Because if everybody starts doing their own thing, then there's no collaborative effort. So that's a guideline for a grammarian, to try and have a word of the day which is in sync with the theme of the day.
Sure.
So that's one suggestion that I want to give you.
Sure.
And that also goes with our in absentia table topic master, who is not here because of bad connectivity, either deliberate or designed, I don't know. But so you can pass on the same message to her, that the table topics ideally should be in sync with the theme of the day. Because It's a collaborative effort. We are playing roles in sync with each other rather than independently. You go your way, I go my way. We are not couples here at a party. You go your way, I go my way. We are here collaborators in a meeting where we have to show that we have some collaborative effort. And that is my suggestion for the TTM. Overall, the meeting started sharp in time. In fact, I thought before time, it looked like the SA was itching to start the meeting as if the timer was down, but sharp on dot started. The meeting, I think, is well within time. Everybody did well. There was a lot of good energy in the meeting, and I'm so pleased to be part of this. And with this, back to you, TMOD, Toastmaster Sunita.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sunil Agarwal, for making us laugh our heart out while giving your suggestions and on how we can improve ourselves. No wonder I had heard about you that you give critical suggestions, but now I want to add to this that being strict in this way and making us giggle all the way is by far the best way I have experienced. So thank you so much. And we have all noted your recommendations and shall follow through in our future meetings. Okay, as my closing remarks and to continue with the theme, I just want to touch base on the last aspect of taking control of our life is excuse the excuses. Someone wants to become an entrepreneur, but your mind doesn't allow you to leave that 9-to-5 job. Someone wants to become an artist, but your mind doesn't allow you to fail miserably in the beginning. Somebody wants to do creative things, but your mind doesn't allow you to to feel the embarrassment at the start. It is all up to us. Either we fall for those excuses or excuse the excuses and take the first step to be what you want to be. So let this new way of being you start now. Thank you all for giving me my space and letting me own it. I had a wonderful time. And with this, I would like to hand it over back to the presiding officer, Toastmaster.
Thank you very much. Hope I'm audible. Can someone confirm whether I'm audible?
Yes, you're audible. Yes.
Thank you very much. Thank you. So, first of all, I thank from the bottom of my heart to Toastmaster, it's DTM's Sunil Agarwal for the wonderful evaluation. I think that will help us fare better in the coming meetings. Thank you very much for that. And it was pleasing to see you again after so many years. I think the last time I saw you was, I think 15 years ago, I think around 8 o'clock in the night. And I was supposed to join the club, but immediately after that, I was transferred to Bangalore, so could not connect. Thank you very much. So should I launch the poll first or should I get the interaction of the guests? I think
You can launch the poll. Yeah, you can launch the poll.
So I'm just launching the poll. In the meantime, I will interact with the guests also. Can someone confirm whether the polls are visible?
Yes, they are.
Yes.
So you can ignore the table topic. I think that's also visible, right?
No, only the auxiliary and big 3 is visible for now.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So it's the right thing. So guest Akansha, are you available?
Yes.
Yeah. Can you just let us know how did you come to know about the club?
Okay, so I think I already had a discussion with Toastmaster Ashwini before about this, that I was already a member of Toastmasters Club, and it was 4 to 5 years back. So I was the member of TCS Nagpur. At Nagpur, I was there, and then all things happened. I came, my location changed. I came to Mumbai. So for the past 4 to 5 years, I have always wanted to, join the club back. Maybe due to some personal commitments, I was not able to. But now I've finally taken the decision, no matter what, I'm going back to the club. So yeah, that is the reason that I'm here, and it's nearby location. So that's why I've spoken to Toastmaster Ashwini, and now I am here attending today's meeting. So yeah, most positively, I'll be joining for the upcoming session, which is on the 5th of May, I suppose. Yeah.
Sure. So, sure. Thanks for that. I hope you join us, future Toastmaster. Thank you very much.
Yes, thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot. So, Vishal, sorry. Vishal, how do you come to know about the meeting?
Yeah, so I attended a few sessions in Gurgaon around 4 to 5 years ago. At that time, when I attended the session, I liked it very much, but unfortunately, due to some reasons, I couldn't continue that. For last more than 1 year in my current organization, I'm focusing a lot on my communication because of my role in the organization, working as a CFO and communicating with many external people. So somehow I thought that I should improve it further. And then the first thought that came to my mind was Toastmaster Club. So coincidentally, I was discussing the things with Sunita. She's my cousin. And then she connected me to the right people. So Ashwini connected with me. And then I got that opportunity to come back on this platform. Yeah, so it's a great pleasure in terms of connecting here again back, and would like to continue it in future. The good thing I liked about this particular program is that all the sessions are in the time frame of 2 to 3 minutes. So basically, it creates a lot of interest in you. Generally, we are very good in terms of speaking in our particular domain, but when we talk about when it is about general speaking about any random topic, then it becomes very difficult to actually, and it is about clarity of thoughts also. So sometimes our concepts are not clear, and then it's very difficult to express, and sometimes then you find some grammatical problem, then your vocabulary is not that great. I believe this is the platform wherein we'll be able to discuss a lot of topics, and that will improve both your vocabulary as well as grammar, right? So this is the best part of Toastmaster Club that I liked about. And yes, the again good thing about this particular platform is that everyone is improving each other by evaluating, by finding improvement areas, and everyone is ready to learn. That's very important thing. So that's why I see this as the best platform. Thank you.
Thank you. Actually, I think I'll share my personal experience with Toastmasters. The way Toastmasters has conducted itself, it's not that no one is superior or someone is junior. Even the mentor would be a friendly person. The way they'll be saying is like, they won't highlight your mistake. They'll say that even I was doing these things, but this is how I had overcome. So actually, that actually connects with you. It's not someone who's highlighting your, pinpointing your mistakes and all. So you are always having a positive and a supportive environment as the Toastmasters mission goes. And it's proved for last 100 years that Toastmasters is available as a platform. Thank you. Looking forward to having you in the club. Thank you. And there was a member with the name iPhone. I can't find that. Akansha, it was your second device or it was someone else? iPhone.
No, I think iPhone device.
I think it was Smita.
Yeah.
Smita, okay, fine. No issues. So in that case, we had only two guests, right? Vishal and Akansha. Thank you. So Ravi, how did you like? I think this is the second time we are meeting online, right? In the club?
Online, yeah. The second time.
Yeah.
I think it's I'm getting enrolled to it. And what I've seen in few of the sessions are, I organize, being a part of the media, I organize a lot of events, and to cut the clutter out, we have some motivational speaker and things coming up, and they are probably the ones who are famed and things. But I find on the ground in the Toastmasters, there are people who could be represented on the stage, but since they don't have the fame, probably the media won't accept it. But I think there's a lot of good stuff already here. We need to elevate them above. That's all what I do. And I look forward, I being one of that. That's it.
Yes. Now, same here. Actually, even because of those people who are around us, I also feel that there is some chance of me becoming or maybe reaching that stage sometime soon. Thank you. Thank you. So, Ashwini, can you confirm whether everyone has responded to the polls? Because I'm not able to see at my end.
Yeah. Everyone has responded.
It's responded, right? And I'm not able to see the polls results also. So what I'm doing is I'm just downloading the results and keeping it with myself and sharing it with me. So I think there's one thing which I would like to share with everyone. Like these days when we have meetings, I'm always confused whether the meeting is offline or online. For some meetings, they say like it's on the Teams, and some meeting the people are already waiting in the conference hall. So it was yesterday that there was a team coming from one of the networks like MasterCard, who had come and were waiting for us outside in the meeting room. And I was glued to the Teams, waiting for them to join. No one joined. Then someone called me and told me like, we are waiting outside in the conference hall number 1. So this gave me this actually gave me a perspective, like the online meetings which we are having, how interesting we can make it. Because when we are offline, there was a phrase which I had read, that the communication is something which is understanding what is not said, or listening something which is not said. So it becomes all the more difficult in online space, where we are not able to see the gestures in control. And as our general evaluator was saying, that someone can be absentia, maybe perhaps turning off the camera. How will you get to know what are the mood or what gestures they are having? But it anyways gives us some experience of that. So I'll just like to share the results which we have got. Just give me a moment. The best speaker we could not have because of the disqualification on the grounds of time. But the best evaluation is DTM Sudarshan. DTM Sudarshan. Actually, it was a role which was supposed to be played by Smita, Toastmaster Smita, but DTM Sudarshan has been the best evaluator for this meeting. Then we have best table topic speaker. Best table topic speaker is a tie between 2. That is Toastmaster Subodh and our general evaluator Sunil Agarwal. That's a tie. Kudos. Then coming to this, hold on. This, hold on. I'm actually not able to get the other results. Just a moment. I think something is going wrong in my. Yes. Just a moment. Yeah. So best auxiliary role player. Before the best auxiliary role player, the best of big 3. The best of big 3 is again our general evaluator, Toastmaster Sunil. Kudos. Ashwini, can you just help me with the results of best auxiliary role player, because it's not visible at my end. Are you able to see that?
Yes, I have sent you the.
Thank you very much. It's on my WhatsApp, right?
The chat window, the Zoom chat.
Fair enough. Just summarizing, I think we have got the best evaluator, that is DTM Sudarshan. Best table topic speaker is a tie between Toastmaster Subodh and our general evaluator, Sunil. Best of big 3 is general evaluator, Sunil Agarwal. And the best auxiliary role player is our R counter, Toastmaster Kalyani. Thank you very much. Thank you. And we will be having our club member, Toastmaster Bala, representing our club at the division level tomorrow for the contest. I urge everyone to please join and cheer him, if possible personally, or else at least through online media, online mode. I announce the meeting to be closed. We can continue networking.